Good morning from Lisbon. Today I'm on my way to Sintra. I have read so much about this place and seen so many pictures. It looks like such an incredible place and I'm so glad that I finally get to see it for myself. So I'm currently in an area of Lisbon called Brazil, and here is where I'm going to get the train to Sintra. So I finally arrived at Sintra, a lot later than what I would have wanted to, if I'm honest. You can actually get buses around this entire area, but I'm in no mood to wait for a bus, so I've ordered an Uber. My first stop in Sintra was Quinta de Regalera. The property consists of a romantic palace and chapel and a luxurious park that features lakes, grottos, wells, fountains and an incredible array of exquisite constructions. From the moment you walk into the place, you feel as though you stepped onto the pages of a fairy tale. I would not have been surprised if pixies had flown out of the bushes. There's so many little passages and pathways around this area that just lead to all these little hidden places. It's difficult to put into words just how beautiful this place is, but now I'm gonna go find what everybody comes here for, the famous initiation well. This 88-foot deep well was never actually used as a well, and in fact was never even built to serve as a water resource at all. It was supposedly built for secret ceremonial purposes. You'll notice that many of the structures erected around the Quinta complex are filled with various symbols which are linked to masonry, alchemy, the Knights Templar, and tarot mysticism. The initiation well has a striking spiral staircase supported by carved columns that lead down to the bottom of the well, which features a compass over a Knights Templar cross. Once you're at the bottom, you'll find an entrance to an underground labyrinth. It's connected to other entrances via a series of underground walkways. Having come from the light, you slowly descend into the darkness and back into the light again. That was a million times more amazing in person than it is in pictures. I actually managed to get the place for myself for a good 10 minutes, so I do recommend coming earlier in the day. I mean, I'm here at about 10:30 and it's not too crowded, but I can see by the middle of the day it's going to get crazy, and you definitely don't want to be in that place when it's too crowded. You want to enjoy it for yourself because it is incredible. My last stop was at the main palace, which is the crowning jewel of this vast complex. Although it's not featured in this video, there is also a grand chapel right next to the palace, which is worth exploring if you ever visit. The palace was designed by Luigi Manini, has stunning Gothic motifs, an impressive octagonal tower, and is built over 5 floors, including a basement area. So I'm done with this place. Next stop for me is going to be Moorish Castle. If you've noticed my outfit change, that's because we have to do it for the gram, and that means having at least 2 outfit changes a day so that you don't have the same outfit in every picture. So I've arrived at Moorish Castle. I actually decided to get an Uber up here. I did get a little bit of motion sickness on the way up because there's so many bends and turns coming up to the castle. So just as a warning to anybody that gets motion sickness, you might want to take your motion sickness tablets if you tend to get it quite bad when you're in a car going up bends. It's also very hot, so I'm just going to take a bit of a break in the shade before I go up to the castle because I don't want to wear myself out and get dehydrated. Every single angle of this place is stunning. My senses are completely and utterly overwhelmed. Just as a warning, there are a lot of steps, so make sure that you wear sensible shoes when you come here. Moorish castle was built during the 9th century by North African Moors to guard the town of Sintra, but was left unmaintained and damaged after the Christian conquest of Portugal. Restored in the 19th century by King Ferdinand II, he gave it new life and romantic charm. The castle retains the character of an ancient ruin, with dense forest surrounding the crumbling battlements that offer spectacular views over Sintra as far as the eye can see. It's the middle of the day, so the sun is beating down, but it's absolutely beautiful up here, and you can see the very top of the castle just in the background over there. So I made it to the very top, and I'm just taking a moment to catch my breath because that was a climb. I think if you have vertigo, this is definitely not something you want to do because it is quite high up and you have to watch your step. I can actually see in the distance Palace, and that's where I'm going to be heading next. After heading down Moorish Castle, it was time for my last stop of the day and what I had been waiting for the most, Palace. I highly recommend taking the shuttle bus, but just a warning, it's a little bit bumpy. This colourful palace is the epitome of 19th century romanticism. It features an indulgent mix of vividly painted terraces, decorative pillars and mythological statues, creating a stunning contrast against the surrounding lush green forests. It has seen many renovations and residents during its long history, but is now used for state occasions by the Portuguese president and other government officials. This place is not to be missed and is truly unforgettable. And that wraps up what was by far my favourite day on this trip. Now there is tons more to do in Sintra, but if you're short for time, the 3 main attractions documented in this video are more than enough to fill a day without you feeling rushed. There's one more video left in my Lisbon series, so hit the subscribe button, thumbs up and keep watching.